Want to know a cheat code to becoming a millionaire? Sell things to rich people. They pay more. Today I'm breaking down how the rich buy, why selling to them is easier than you may think, and giving you the exact blueprint to sell arguably the most luxurious thing on the planet.
Do you want to use a 24-karat plated bathroom?
What the fuck? Of course I do. Plus, we'll be meeting my bud Tia, who bought a private jet brokerage for just $8,000 to learn not only how to do it, but how to fly in these things for cheap. But first, you guys gotta see what they pick you up in. So why is selling to the rich one of the best ways to make more money? Well, they want you to sell them something, and they buy more than once, and they never argue about the price. So you can have about 1,000x the reward with the same amount of effort. This is why the richest salespeople in the world sell things to rich people. Planes and yachts and automobiles. Why? Because you make more when you sell it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, but I'm not that rich. I can't afford that stuff, so how could I sell it? Remember this. You don't have to be rich to sell stuff to rich people. Tip. I always look for the rule of three. At least 3 examples of a business model that works by other humans that are like me. For instance, my friend Jesse Eitzler. Jesse Eitzler wasn't born rich, but he became a billionaire damn near by selling private jet access to the rich through his company Marquis Jet without owning a single plane himself. Or perhaps the most famous, Richard Branson, who started Virgin Atlantic in 1984 with basically no money, no aviation experience, by simply leasing a second-hand Boeing 747. Once again proven, you don't need to own a jet to launch an airline. So now we are on site at Tia's brokerage, and I kind of want to hear, how does one start this sort of business? I guess I would talk to you.
Welcome.
Thank you
so
for
good
having
to
me.
See you.
How did you start a jet brokerage business?
Pure grit and determination. Decided that it was an industry I wanted to be in. Less than 5% of private aviation companies are ran by women, and so that motivated me even a little bit more.
What did you actually buy?
The company, the brand, the website, the bones of the business were built out by someone in aviation. I've never flown a plane. I'm not a pilot. I was new to aviation. They put it on the bidding site for $80,000, but it was on auction. So I offered him half of what he had it listed for. He said no, so I did the minimum bid, and I wanted the minimum bid.
So the first offer is $80K. You offered 40. He says no, so you say, well, I'm just gonna wild card it. $8,000.
$8,000.
And you got a business.
Yep.
How many planes do you own?
We don't own any planes.
You talk rich people into letting you use their jets?
Exactly. And there's a lot of planes that aren't flying as much as they need to. They need someone to sell charters on their aircraft. So
fascinating.
Yeah.
So it actually costs them more money to not charter.
Exactly.
This is your least expensive plane that
Yes.
you have right now. How much would this thing cost?
It goes for about $6,000.
Cheap. How much would this thing cost me to fly per hour?
$2,000 to $3,000 per hour.
Whoa, how far does it go?
You can go from Texas to either coast. It's a little bit slower than the jets, but it's the most cost effective and actually our most chartered.
What are your profit margins?
Anywhere from 10% to 30%.
Let's talk about the core way you make money in a jet business.
It's chartering the aircraft to businesses, business owners, and of course our athletes and celebrity clients.
What are the hidden costs that nobody talks about with these things?
Our landing fees, fuel. For the clients, the hidden costs are if we have to reposition it. So for us, we have access to 7,000 aircraft worldwide. So we can find the closest aircraft to where our clients want to fly out of. We end up eating that fee for those hours.
It's good for the pilots, it's not so good for us.
Right.
Now we got jet number 2. How much is this bad boy?
So it'll go between 6 and 8 million.
But it doesn't have this spinny thing on the front,
Right.
propellers.
The spinny things are back here.
What does this thing cost you?
You're going to be about 4,000 to 6,000.
Okay, so about double the price of the other one.
Yes. This one's just faster.
Who's the coolest client you've ever had in this one?
We have a great client that's a really big pro wrestler.
What's the most insane charter you've ever done?
We actually chartered a plane for a cake. So we were flying a celebrity, but it was going to be his birthday from the Midwest, and the only cake his wife ever got him was from New York. So she chartered a separate plane to go to New York, pick up the cake, bring it back to the plane they were going to be on so she could surprise him.
Okay, tell me who it is.
I can't tell you.
Steve, what's up, man?
Pleasure to meet
Okay,
you.
this is your company where you take care of a bunch of jets to make sure they still fly. But I have a question for like these big boys. How much does it cost you to like upkeep them?
We charge $1,500 a month. A 10 to 20% markup on parts.
Nice.
Our shop rate is $145, $150 depending on the customer, and
How big of a pain in the ass they are?
that too, that even goes higher. Last year we invoiced over 200 airplanes.
Tell me the name of your business.
I named the company One Marine Aircraft Maintenance a year ago because I started off with just me.
Wait. You started this business 1 year ago, have 200 clients, and subscription plans of $1,500 a month. Steve, That is amazing. That's a great fucking business.
It pays well.
And you guys get more business by more Tias existing in the world.
Exactly.
All right, this is amazing. Steve, you're the man. Okay, what about this bad boy? How much does this thing cost?
It's about a $10 to $12 million plane.
And what if I want to rent it?
$5,000 to $7,000 an hour.
Why is it more expensive?
You can fit more people and go a little bit further really fast.
So does size really matter?
Always.
So what's the most expensive add-on you've ever done for one of these?
A helicopter.
Oh, sick! Are we gonna go on a helicopter now?
Not today, but I have something else in mind.
I like the sound of that. What does this bad boy cost?
$150K.
What about per day?
$1,000 a day.
How much does this thing cost to buy?
About $250,000.
What about to rent?
About $1,500 a day.
What's this thing cost?
$350K.
What about to rent?
$1,600 a day.
Better than a helicopter?
Way better. So basically, rich people pay you to also pick them up in Rolls Royces?
Yeah, you know, it's all about the experience.
So what's the main reason they buy all this stuff from you? It's not just to look fancy.
There's two reasons. One is efficiency. We have business people who can close 3 multi-million deals in one day in 3 different cities. And then we have the people that they have so much money, nothing's fun anymore. So they're buying experiences.
What's the weirdest request you've ever had besides a cake?
If I can get celebrities on board with business clients.
Like a buy a celebrity?
Yeah, we actually started a whole new pillar business with it. Stella Experiences, it's where you can actually go on a private jet with a celebrity of your choice. We usually go to VIP events, concerts, all kinds of fun stuff.
Any celebrity?
Any celebrity.
What about Dancing Dan?
You called?
Hey, Dan.
Hi, how are you, Tia?
Good to see you
Looking
again.
lovely, as always.
Okay, so are we gonna go on a flight now?
Yeah, definitely go on the flight. Yeah. Before that, whiteboards. I'm really good at this. I could show you how to make so much money.
Next time.
Next time?
Yeah, but it was so amazing to meet you.
But right now is nice.
Soon.
Yeah.
It'll be
Soon?
so fun.
Soon?
Yeah, we'll
do
come
it.
right back.
For sure.
You know?
Come
And
back.
then
We're
it'll be
plane
great.
ride, and then whiteboards together. Whiteboards together. I love those guys.
It's clear from talking to Tia that buying chartered planes isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Freedom to go where you want, when you want, without waiting in security lines or dealing with delays. And that's the kind of freedom the wealthy prioritize. See, they don't just trade their time for money, they build assets that can pay them. So they can have time to fly on jets like this and enjoy life on their terms. And one of the best ways to do that? Real estate. That's why Fundrise Flagship Fund is worth looking into. It lets you invest in private real estate projects without the hassle of owning properties or dealing with tenants. And just a few $100, you're in. Because real freedom isn't just about flying private, it's about having the income to choose how you live. And that's why it starts with smart investments. But you guys know what time it is. It's whiteboard time. There are only 4 reasons rich people buy things, and we're gonna tell them to you so you have all their secrets. The first reason is status. If you wanna sell rich people things, you need to make them feel special. Think limited edition Hermes bags. These are like the Birkin bags. These are the one-off. This shows that you are special. If you could nail that, you could sell a rich person. Number 2, convenience, aka make my life easier. Don't make me wait in a line. Give me something faster, no friction. This is how you can sell things to rich people, and you can actually charge them a ton to do it. Give me a private jet. Don't make me sit in the last row of Southwest in the middle seat. Number 3, exclusivity. This means let me in, keep everybody else out. Think membership models. Think Soho House. If you can do this, which is why her model's so brilliant about subscriptions, then you can sell rich people things. Next, privacy. This is where you offer people the ability to have nobody else around. Think red carpets, think velvet ropes, think security, like Chris. Scarcity. Think, give me something that nobody else can have. I'm talking, I want to look so cool, my neighbor is going to wish that they have it, but they can't. This is how we get rich people to buy things. I think we should go check out this next plane, though. Okay, this is what's required if you want to get on a $12 million jet. This jet is so expensive. We're going to start from the cheapest parts of this jet all the way to the most expensive. Ready, go. First, we got a $5,000 sink. Then we got a $100,000 carpet. The leather costs $200,000. Then we've got the wood paneling, $400,000. We got these right here. That is $975,000 for the sound system. But if you thought that was the most expensive part of this jet, you'd be wrong, because the most expensive part is not Tia. Oh my God. It is the cockpit. This is $1 million because this thing can take us all the way to Europe, which apparently is rare. Usually a jet of this size would cost you how much to fly for an hour?
About $10,000 an hour. You want to use the 24 karat plated bathroom?
What the fuck? Of course I do. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What is a typical day like running a jet brokerage business?
It probably depends on who you're asking in the business, but it's usually fast-paced, talking to a lot of people, making a lot of moves, and making sure we don't break any rules.
Yeah, the FAA.
Yeah.
We're probably breaking some of that. Let's talk business model, selling planes. Well, sell a $10 million plane, I bet they take about a 3% commission, which means you make $300K. That's cool, but that's a fee-based business. Margins ain't that great, meaning you don't make that much money. Charter is what they do the most of. They let somebody buy a flight for 20 to 50K. They probably take home somewhere between 2 and 5K. They can do this many times. This is cash flow as opposed to one-time fee. Usually people are doing it often, but the way we make sure they're doing it more often is we turn them into members, which is what they do here. So for memberships, you get their flat fee of 10K all the way up to 100K. That means it gets access to flights plus other stuff. So you get a package of flights. That means you can do a ton of them and consistent cash flow. I like that, better margin business. Experiences, this is cool. That's what we just talked about. These experiences might be a cool celebrity flight, anywhere from 10K to 100K for one seat. This is like the VIP. Then we sell the same thing at the end of the day, the flight plus the experience. We can do this a ton of times. We cash flow, we get big margins, and I think this is how we turn this bad boy into a $100 million business. This business is worth less, theoretically. Charter's worth more because of the type of business it is. Memberships, aka subscription, recurring revenue, and finally experiences at a really big premium. That is how we hit 9 figures with planes. Okay, so now we get on the plane and we get out of here.
Actually, I have a VIP, but I really appreciate you coming. Enjoy the flight, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks. Okay, this was amazing.
Bye-bye.
Also, I thought I was the VIP, so now I'm going to tell you all the real secrets inside. Thank you. All right, you guys, here's what I learned today. That I think that you've been lied to. We all have. That planes like this were for the few, not the many. And Tia's story kind of proves to us that that's not the case. That in fact, if we are willing to do the hard work and keep at it a little bit longer than is comfortable, we might just win this big too. So this video, it's really to you and to your future private flights. This is what they do, right? I think this is what VIPs do.